Welcome back to our virtual den experience. We're glad to have you here. We're following Pack 72 through all of their great adventures this week that we really hope you'll enjoy. Remember that these resources are for your pack leadership and your parents as you navigate through your den meetings. Our safety moment this week is hydration. So many times when we go out in nature and it gets a little cooler outside, we forget to bring enough water. But people forget during the fall season, it is a little drier out, so sometimes you need a little bit more water that you need to pack in order to have a good outdoor experience. The body still needs that nourishment and energy so that everyone on the hike can have a good time. Now during our lessons this evening, the reason we focus on hydration is because many of the dens are doing hikes either during this session or next week's session. Our lions are working on Lion's Pride and they will be going on a hike next week, so they'll definitely need some water. Our tigers are working on Games, Tigers, Play. So of course, when you think of Games, Tigers, Play, water is definitely something that they'll need during that meeting. The wolves are working on Pause on the Path. Does that sound like they need water? I believe so. And bears are working on Bear Necessities, where you will see them do a hike as well in the near future. Thank you so much for tuning in this week, and we'll see you next week as we follow Pack 72 through their fall.
Allegiance, remember that? Can you start us off like that? All right.
Where's the flag, Ari?
Face the flag.
Face the flag. What do you do with your hands? You don't put them in your pockets.
There you go.
There you go.
All right. Go ahead.
Ari, you guys start. Say, I pledge allegiance.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. All right, and now what do? We do the Scout Law. Should we do that repeat after me style? What do we do when we do the Scout Law? When we put our hand up? In the Scout sign?
Yep.
Right? All right. What do I say? Scout Law? Do you remember how that starts? A scout is trustworthy. And then you say, okay, all right, this is a repeat after me exercise. A scout is trustworthy, loyal, helpful, friendly, courteous, kind, obedient, cheerful, thrifty, brave, clean, and reverent. Uh-oh, new belt. All right, now we're going to do the Scout Oath. What do we do when we do the Scout Oath? We have the Scout sign up, right? On my honor. I will do my best. To do my duty. To God and my country. And to obey the Scout Law. To help other people at all times. To keep myself physically strong. Mentally awake. Morally straight. There we go. All right. Now, no, not hike yet, but that is what we're going to be doing tonight. So today we're going to be talking about nature. We're going to be looking around to look for birds.
Like that one right there.
And bugs. And trees. And what else do you think we might see? And we're going to go on 2 hikes. Hummingbirds? Humvees? No, I don't think that's what it said.
Oh no.
And so we're going to learn about being responsible in the outdoors. And so what I want to do is introduce what's called the Outdoor Code, which is something that's in your handbook. So the Scout Oath and the Scout Law are on the back of your handbook. Okay? If you ever want to brush up. And then if you just turn one page, inside is the outdoor code. So we're going to do one more outdoor code, one more repeat after me exercise. So put up our scout sign. All right. As an American, I will do my best to be clean in my outdoor manners. Be careful with fire. Be considerate in the outdoors. And be conservation minded. So, what do you think it means to be clean in your outdoor manners? Don't mess around. Anybody else? Yeah? Don't get dirty? Like on yourself? Okay. Well, sometimes it's fun to get dirty, right?
Yeah, when you jump in mud. Even if you're on.
But to take care, yeah, and to take care not to get others dirty, and maybe pick up our trash, stuff like that. What do you think it means to be careful with fire?
Don't light yourself on fire.
Don't light yourself on fire. Very good.
Don't just put it like this on the wall.
Don't play around with fire.
Yeah, what about sparklers?
Sparklers.
Sparklers?
Yeah, but when you play with sparklers,
You can still catch
what you should be careful and only hold them where you're supposed to, right? And only play with them around adults. Anything else about fire? Listen to adults is a big key for all of you. Do you know what being considerate in the outdoors means? So if I go on a hike and I yell and scream so everybody can hear me and they can't hear the birds, that's not being very considerate in the outdoors. So it's kind of like being polite, right? Letting everybody enjoy nature when you're out there.
I love nature.
You love nature? Well, this is the night for you, my friend. And then the last thing is to be conservation minded. Does anybody know what conservation means?
You know.
Does anybody know what conserve means?
No.
Conserving means like saving or protecting. So to be conservation minded in the outdoors means we don't just go out and cut down all the trees and turn it into a big grass field so that there's not enough for birds to live. It means that we care about the trees. We take care of them like almost like we're taking care of a garden. Okay? Because trees give us air, and they give birds. What do they do for birds?
Give them hope.
Give them homes. Are there other animals that like trees?
Awesome.
Opossums, yeah. What?
Squirrels.
Squirrels.
What do they even do for a possum? Owls.
Owls, yeah, okay.
Apples.
Okay, so now we're gonna take 2 hikes tonight. We're gonna go on one hike on the trails, okay?
What can their parents come with?
Absolutely. And then on the other hike is gonna be 1 foot.
Also like this?
Can anybody show me what about 1 foot looks like? The length? Oh, we're all doing it with our feet. That's interesting. I would have done this. That's about 1 foot. So we're gonna go on 1 foot hike after our long hike, okay? And we're gonna look at animals on our hike. So part of the hike we're gonna be quiet and listen for animals, and we might stop and point out some animals. We're gonna look for at least 2 birds tonight, okay?
That's gonna be.
And we're going to look at what kind of color they have, how big they are, where they might live, okay? And then the other, so part of the hike is going to be quiet time, and the other part is going to be kind of talking about the animals, okay?
We're talking to the animals.
What's that?
We found something blue.
You found something blue? What is it?
The sky.
Yeah, that's hard to miss, man. It's the blue sky.
Well, we see a blue
Whoa.
bird and we can't really
And then-
see it because
One last thing to think about as we go on our walk here is that we need to keep spaced out, okay? We shouldn't get too close. That way, in case we stumble or fall, we don't fall on each other. And then, of course, we're supposed to be spaced out anyway because of the whole COVID thing, right? All right. So I brought a couple of things that we can take turns using. Couple sets of binoculars. Here, Miles, you want to use that one first? And Ari, you want to use this one first? They're big and heavy. All right. Always keep the strap around your neck. Okay. And then I brought for me. Where did they go? Here we go. You're right. I brought for me a camera with a big lens. It's kind of like binoculars. And then I also brought some gloves in case we find any trash. You want to carry these for me? If you want, you can have. Just put it in your pocket for now. You have a pocket? In case we find any trash. That way you don't have to touch the trash. Okay? You only really just need one. And just put it in your pocket for now. We may not even use them all, okay? All right, are there any questions about our hike?
Are we going on it right now?
We're going to go on it right now. Yeah.
Let's go on it right now. Can I
Are you going with us? Okay.
Come on. Can I go tell my parents if they want to go?
Sure.
That's us.
Of course. I thought I would.
Well, you will.
Keep your fingers off the lenses, please, Ari.
Good, man. You got to keep it. Can you see? Can you see through them?
Yeah.
Okay, good.
It's not like blurry. Sometimes it's blurry.
All right.
Hi!
Now, I'm gonna blow out the candle just for our hike, okay? All right, let's go. We're gonna go through this. Oh wait.
The rock garden?
Yeah, the rock garden. You know what? I have a map.
Rock garden.
We should bring our map. So, Ari. Oh, the other thing. One more thing about hiking, walking with each other. This is our first walk together, isn't it? This year. So, the other thing is we walk as fast as the slowest hiker, okay? That means we don't run ahead too far and get out of sight of each other, all right?
I know what hiking.
What? We're going to go hiking that way. So, you ready?
Rock garden we go.
Good. You can start, man. So, hey everybody. It's okay to stop and point stuff out. We're going to go on trail number 3 first. That's how we know it's trail number 3. This big rock has number 3 and what else?
Triangle.
An arrow. The triangle is pointing us to the right.
It looks like a
place.
triangle.
Okay. Birds built the bridge.
Ocean, I wish.
You think it's the beach? Why don't we stop here, everybody? Find a good spot up here on the top of the hill. There's a downy woodpecker up above you who's calling. I don't see him, but you can hear him. That guy.
I know that.
Did you hear what he said?
A downy wood. It's like a black and white.
Miles and Ari. Miles and Ari.
Oh, I can.
Hey, Miles and Ari.
Come back this way. That's a woodpecker sound?
Downy woodpecker.
Okay.
Small, about
Oh,
5
I
inches
can
tall.
see it.
We're gonna
Yes,
get right
I
here
can.
and we're gonna be quiet
Up.
because we're hearing a downy. Is that just downy woodpecker up in the tree? We can't see him, but we can hear him. So we gotta be quiet.
Can I see?
You want to show him? You're the one who knows what he's
Let me
So this is what you guys are seeing up there.
see. That's a male one.
The one with the red on the back of his head is a male. The one with no red on the back of his head is a female.
Anything with the binoculars? Trying. So boring. Mine isn't. This,
Yeah. Turn
the
that. Turn
smaller,
it back and forth.
the
Turn that.
smaller they get, the easier they
Well, you have to look through it while you're doing it so that you know when it's right.
Dad, I see these moving back
Yeah,
Anything there?
okay.
there. I don't see anything. Nothing up there.
Should we go to the
Can you
next
see through it now?
place to stop?
See, Mommy? Hey.
I don't see anything. Let's catch her. Where's Yellow? Yellow? Right here.
Yeah, what kind of gig is that?
Did you count them? Were you like a conservation person?
So, I don't
Oh,
know
I
how
got
good
it.
these binoculars are with my eyes, but I think those are cedar waxwings up in the very pinnacle of that tree that you just saw.
Oh, okay.
I used
Are
to
they a little bigger than the Swift?
much bigger and much faster. I used to work at the Smithsonian
You,
Oh, okay.
before these guys were born.
you want to get over there?
I've heard of it. Hey, did you all see the birds up there?
Yeah.
Did you recognize that there were two kinds?
Let's get some trash over there.
The farm is too complete.
So guys, the chimney swift, the one that's flying around in the sky, is the fastest straight line flying bird on Earth.
Found some trash over there. Okay. See that?
Yeah. Oh, no, I didn't. Did I? Yeah, I think I did. Yeah.
All right,
In my
bring it over
pocket.
here, bud.
There you go.
Good spot.
So what are the birds doing up there circling that tree?
Luna has to pull these.
Eating insects.
Oh, is that? They almost fly like a bat kind of.
They do the same thing as bats. You know, they do it with their eyes, not with sonar. And they will be gone in the next probably 2 weeks.
It was looking for food.
What food? What food is in the middle of this?
Bugs.
Do woodpeckers eat wood?
No.
What do they eat?
Bugs.
Bugs that live in the tree?
So good.
Are they tasty? Alright, well let's keep going.
No, you carry it. No, you carry it. I don't want to. Let's see, man.
Are we going on the second trail now?
Okay. Who saw something in their 1 foot height?
I saw
What'd you see?
pine cones. A spider.
You saw a spider? How big was it? Can you show me?
And then we saw a diamond.
Like that big?
Oh!
Including the legs?
Can you go show me?
How big including the legs?
Where was it? Where was it?
Over there in that little pine tree.
What'd you see, Harrison?
See, pine cone.
Where's she? Pine cone. Who else saw something? Did you see anything? What'd you see, Liam? An ant and a butterfly. Hey, Noah, Miles, Ari,
And I didn't even see
what did you all see? Would you what? Birds?
I found a pine cone and then ripped it out.
A pine cone?
Yes, I found it.
Okay.
And I'm so strong that I can rip them out.
So we find nature anywhere we are, right? Whether we're at home or at school,
I see cats.
whether we're in the middle of the woods or we're just looking at one foot, right? Okay. So, is there anything else that we saw today that you want to remember for everybody? You saw Miles? That was good.
You saw a green dot on the moon.
A green dot on the moon?
Yeah, you found a moon.
Oh, hey. You know what? Do you want to hear something interesting? Did you know that people have been to the moon? And you know one of the things that they left behind? It was an American flag. So you can actually say the Pledge of Allegiance facing the moon. That's fun. Trust me, it's fun.
I can see the American flag.
You can see the American flag from here? There you can. We can't see that. We can't see that from Earth. We got to go back to see it. Okay. So a couple of announcements about, reminders, I guess, that I mentioned. We're doing popcorn. Who sold popcorn yet?
I did.
You sold some popcorn? Yeah? Have you eaten any popcorn?
I did.
I like popcorn.
I did.
You did both those things? And then the other thing is, this coming weekend is the fall pack camp out.
Dad, relight the candle.
Tonight? Oh, you're right. I forgot to do that. Well, we'll just. Okay.
I see an alien flying in the sky. I see a spaceship flying in the sky with an alien inside.
Okay. So, Ari and Harrison have been dinners. Next week, or next den meeting, Freya will be our dinner if she's here and wants to do it. Okay?
No, I'm not going to do it.
You've already done it. You did it last week, remember? You led the pledge and stuff. And you blew out the candle. Remember that time? Okay. Hey, everybody. Miles. Ari, come on. We're gonna do one more thing. We're gonna close on the count of three. We're gonna say, "Do your best," right? 1, 2, 3. Do your best. All right. Great. We'll see you either at the pack meeting or at the camp out.